What is going on YouTube? It is Dylan. We are back here with another Madden tip video, and today we're going to be going over some defensive tips. I got some comments asking about some defense. I'm going to go over what I think is the best defense in the game, bar none. You can blitz out of it. You can also run very safe coverage out of it as well. If you could do me a favor though, make sure to leave a like on this video and also subscribe. We're trying to hit 1K here soon. We're about to hit 800 subscribers, which is just crazy to me. I appreciate y'all's support for real. This will work in Regs and Ultimate Team too, which is pretty much I will go over one difference of what I would do in Ultimate Team compared to some in Regs, right? And the team I'm going to be using is the Packers, which they are the best team. And for this defense, what you would want, you'd want fast corners and you'd want like a really good user. And for the Packers, they have those in like the Perry Nickersons, the Cardell Holmans, you know, the pretty fast corners, and Jair Alexander's pretty fast too. But they also have Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos, who are two really good users. And the playbook that I'm going to be in is the 4-6 playbook. All right, so the very first thing when we load up into practice mode, we're going to come over here to coaching adjustments. Now, I turn auto flip on just because you want your slot corner to be like on, say, like a bunch side or like a trips tight end side. You don't want him to be on the weak side. And what I'd do is I'd come down here and adjust my zone drops. Now, sometimes I will change this depending on what I'm going against, but today we're just going over like a very base defense. Like, I don't know, this could work good against shotgun doubles just as well as it could against like trips tight end bunch or freaking ace slot, you know? So this is just like I said, very base defense. I would have 25 and not hooks, but 5-yard flat. So I'd keep it like this and just keep the hooks on default. You can put this on 10 yards though. Sometimes if I feel like my my vert hooks or something are playing a little bit too far back and I want to round the first down marker, I will put them at 10 yards. Now, other than that, something like I like to have option defense on conservative, and this doesn't even really help because they'll still swat the picks, but I do like having a play ball on and for a ball in air defense. Here comes the defense. Okay, we're going to start in 3-3-5 normal, and this is where the play we're going to come out in. And what you want to do right here is you want to get your 3 best pass rushers right here. For the Packers, it's going to be Zadarius Smith, Kenny Clark, and Rashawn Gary. Now at safeties right here, we're going to sub in some corners, our fast guys, Holman and Perry Nickerson. And then we'll keep this safety right here, linebacker. We will sub in Adrian Amos right here. And your user defender will be right here in this middle linebacker spot. Now, what you also want to make sure to do is come over 1-2-3-3-5 wide. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sub out cover 2 man for like Mike Blitz 3. What we're going to do is we're going to come out in 3-3-5 normal and then audible to 3-3-5 wide. So we have those safeties kind of where the linebackers would have to be in 3-3-5 wide. So now all we got to do is press the square button, hit the D-pad to the left once, and then go to Mike Blitz 3. Okay, and then what I do is, again, this is your user right here. In Regs, this is probably what I would do. I would go ahead, I'd shift my line away to the running back, slant them outside. I'll mix up what I do, and this goes with Ultimate Team as well. So if I notice they're not blocking their running back, I'll go ahead and press, and then actually I'll reset the play real quick. The first play, we'll just go over the blitz or whatever, and then I'll play over the top, and again, I'll shift my line over and then pinch my linebackers. And then now we have 2 5-yard zone depths right here, and it's still going to be pretty hard to beat a cover 3 over the top. And then if they send their running back on a route, this is pretty much an instant sack. All we got to do is hover right here, boom, like go over the center, and then one of the outside guys will come through. And then pretty much what you're going to be looking for, you're going to be looking for like a tight end on like a post, in route, something. And then this receiver right here on a streak, sometimes they can hit you up the seams. And then also you do have to be aware of the running back too, but most of the time they'll put them on a flat pass, so you don't really have to worry about that if you have that 5-yard zone right there. And yeah, this is pretty much the blitz out of this. Now again, we're going to reset, and then we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to audible to Mike Blitz 3. You can do the same thing out of man coverage too. What I just showed, you can do it out of man coverage, and that might be a little bit kind of, I don't want to say a safer blitz, but you can make sure you have a body on a body, you know what I mean? So now we're going into coverage, okay? Like I said, we're going to play underneath and then over the top to get those 25-yard cloud flats right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit the D-pad to the right twice, okay? D-pad to the right twice. We're going to hit square, put them on a curl flat, and then we're going to do the same thing, put X on a curl flat right here. Now this right here, I think is very solid Regs defense right here. Pretty much you're going to be trying to bait passes over the middle of the field. You're going to be lurking like low to high, and pretty much you're going to be on in routes. You're going to be on post. That's going to be your responsibility. And then you just got to make sure, like, okay, you're carrying carrying them over to those flat passes right there. Okay, again, I think this is very solid defense right here. You know, it's a double Mabel concept, you know, where we have two flat zones on each side. Defending against the flood concepts is what this is very good against, and 90% of what you see online first your average like everyday player is going to be a flood concept. So this is pretty much how I would guard against that. Now, fair warning, Regs defense is really hard. It's really hard. There's corner routes that get over the top of zones very consistently, and there's not really anything you can do about it besides maybe play match coverage or like an outside quarter, but that just makes you completely weak against everything else. So just be prepared. If you're playing Regs, there isn't like a one defense you can just stay in and then, you know, you can guard everything, right? An ultimate team, you know, everyone that would be in a zone right now, you'd probably have mid-zone knockout on them, okay? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people with mid-zone knockout. That could be 7 AP. And then on the D-line right here, we could have 2 double or nothings in ultimate team, these 2 guys right here. I believe that would be 11 AP. You could stack maybe a BOGO or something on one of these guys and then just leave your user naked. But I would like Acrobat on the user, so I don't know, maybe you run Acrobat on the user and then 1 double or nothing and like 1 like BOGO or something. So that's probably what I would do for abilities in ultimate team. But again, I think this is pretty solid. Now that we're talking about ultimate team and everything, pretty much the only adjustment I make from ultimate team is put one of the D linemen in a vert hook, and that's just going to be the one that doesn't have an ability, and you're pretty much relying on sheds right here. Now this is pretty much like a defense you will see a lot in ultimate team, especially given that these 2 guys right here can insta shed you. It's kind of wild. It is kind of wild in ultimate team. Like this is a pretty common defense. You have the double flats and you have a vert hook right here. Now that just kind of makes your responsibility a little bit less, and you just got to kind of watch this middle of the field over to the left a little bit. And then pretty much if you see like square or something coming on the slant, you just have to use that for a little bit, like over here, pass them off to the vert hook, and then use their other stuff that comes across. So again, I think this is very, very good defense. Now I'm going to show one final setup that I do like to do from time to time. So what we're going to do is we're going to play over the top to get those 5-yard curl flats. You can keep them in a seam flat. I just don't want them to match at all, so I'm going to play over the top. What we're going to do is we're going to put square in a vert hook and X in a vert hook. He's X right now is aligned weird. I don't know why he's right there. I'm going to bring him down a little bit. So this right here is going to do a better job of guarding stuff over the middle of the field, but you are weak over stuff like over the top, you know, like you're weak against those deeper corner routes. You're weak against kind of like those, you know, like you're weak against crossing routes that are coming across. So that's going to be your responsibility as a user. And like I said, you cannot take away everything in one play. If I was doing this in, say, Ultimate Team, I put X on a vert hook, put X right here in the hard flat right here. But since we have our zone drops on, that will be a 25-yard zone right there. So now we double flat that side and we're protected against the middle. And pretty much what we're going to be watching right here, if this is what we're running, we're going to be watching like crossing routes coming from the bunch side over to this side over here and just protecting the deep area over there. But again, like I said, in Regs, there is corner routes that will get over the top, especially in bunch. Let's see if they have this real quick. Right here, I just want to show an example of a corner route that will get over the top of anything, especially if you can't roll out, which that's what we're going to try to do on the defense side of the ball right here. Now, obviously, I can QB contain, I can do all that, but I do just want to show it right here, and we're just going to have this double flat concept, and I will even QB contain. But on the offense side of the ball, what they'll do is they'll double team this guy, slide to the right, and then you'll see right here, boom, they can go ahead, they can roll out, and guess what? When your quarterback rolls out, that just pretty much makes your zones all dumb. And right there, obviously no gunslinger, no roaming deadeye. It's not going to be a great throw, but I'll show it in the instant replay right here. Now this can even be a 30-yard zone right here. This can be a 30-yard zone. This guy right here. It doesn't matter because it just plays it really bad. And you see right there, like obviously Jair made a play, but if I have gunslinger and roaming and I throw this like right now and pass lead up, the ball gets there probably like right here, and then that's just a sideline catch. And just, yeah, once the quarterback rolls out, the zones go a little bit dumb. But yeah, that's pretty much how I've been playing defense, especially in Regs. And I know there's like a tournament coming up and everything, and I think this is going to be a very popular defense because once again, you're getting safeties on the field. And this defense, you can shoot every run too. Like it's pretty good run defense as well. You can blitz out of it. You have good pass coverage, and it's good run defense. I think that's about everything you could ever ask for a defense. But yeah, I could go more specifically into more formations and everything. I'm really liking big nickel before, but now, like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Like the send 2 rushes can be so crazy sometimes that this defense is definitely kind of like on my list of the top defenses. I think big nickel though, the sheds when you send 4, so, again, sometimes it just goes crazy, and you know, it's just those games like, hey, we're playing Madden, it's a dice roll. You know, some games your 2-man rush will go crazy, some games your 4-man rush out of big nickel will do nothing. So yeah, I mean, that's just a game we play, right? But hey, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on this video and also subscribe. But other than that, it has been your boy Dill, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.